Hello and welcome to another mock test video. This is a full run through with commentary, and at the end we will do the debrief. Now this is Heidi. She's had a few lessons now and she's really cracking on. She's learning in her own car, which is really helping her improve her skills and drills. It's a really good mock test to see how you would be expected to drive on your test. So I hope you enjoy watching. Let's get into it. But the first thing that we're going to talk about is this bike. Remember him? He features quite a lot in our test today. So good solid start here, some nice observations at the junction. You can see taking her time, no rush, no risk.
It's a busy one.
Oh wow.
I've angled this mirror away as well, so if you see me looking at you, obviously it's because I'm looking for those mirror checks.
Okay.
So on your driving test, if you notice your examiner's looking at you, you kind of know
Yeah.
that they're waiting for that mirror check as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that because every time, like, I look up in that mirror, it looks really weird, like in that camera there. I've got to remember not to lean forward too much, otherwise my forehead looks massive as well.
On the camera.
So here we can see our bike friend that passed us a while back. Now Heidi spots him nice and early. You can see her just applying a tiny bit of brake there. Now the thing here is the camera does slightly give you a weird perspective of the situation. So you can see there's lots of traffic coming the other way. So we're not going to be able to push past anytime soon. And the bike is actually doing around about, I think we clocked it about 25 mile an hour. So really the opportunity to overtake is a bit tricky, because she would have to push, you know, right up to 30 through these windy roads and probably not make that much progress. So she does the right thing here, holding back, you know, taking her time.
When we get to the traffic lights up ahead, go straight on.
Okay.
You can see here no opportunity to go round. So again, nice distance through the gap there. Well done with that. Timing the traffic lights perfectly. And again, the cyclist, it's impossible to pass at this time, so she's doing the right thing, just holding back. Now she sees the roads widen here, and this is a really good opportunity which she takes. So good work there, Heidi.
When we get to the roundabout up ahead, go straight on, second exit, signposted town centre.
You can see me here looking for some mirror checks. I always find mirror checks are good generally. So I think sometimes if you're concentrating a lot on the situation, it's easy to miss them. So just remember to break, away from that and think about the routine mirror signal maneuver.
At this roundabout, go straight on, second exit again.
Nice push through here, some good distance from the left hand side, nice equal gap, a reasonable speed as well. Okay, 2 mini roundabouts dealt with very nicely there. Now we're making our way down this pretty normal road, nothing too crazy.
The examiner would normally ask you when you're driving down a road like this, he'd be like, so what would you normally do if you weren't taking your driving test today?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of chit chat.
Normal small
Small talk, yeah, taxi talk, hairdresser talk.
You going on holiday anywhere? That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Do they wear the high-vis jackets as well?
Yeah, so the high-vis jackets, just in case they have to get out of the car for a reason, the car breaks down or something like that, or there's a problem. They also wear the body cameras, the security wear, police and that. And that's just in case you decide to chin them, you know what I mean?
If they fail, maybe just get a bit violent.
All right, straight on at the roundabout.
Okay, good work here. Slowing down, giving yourself a little bit of time to check those indicators out. Final car isn't indicating, but you can see the angle of the vehicle shows that they're kind of going up the road that they would consider as their straight ahead. A signal would be nice there for us to manage, but sometimes you don't always get what you want, and she deals with it really well.
So while we're driving down this road, show me how you would do your window down and then up.
That's the wrong one. Is it this one?
That's it. Cool, and then put them both back up again in that rear one as well. So, good. Doesn't matter if you do the wrong one. Just do the other one as well. All right. So that's fine.
Now you can see this bit here, really tricky little situation, very narrow. The bus is obviously stopping at the bus stop. So Heidi makes good use of this little gap on the left just to hold the vehicle. Now keep an eye out on the left hand side here and you'll notice something. Obviously no way we're going to get through here, so she's doing exactly the right thing. She's being nice and patient. Oh, there he goes. Our cyclist friend is back again.
That was very nice of him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we got the biker back again. You managed to get rid of
Where's
him,
he
didn't you?
come
He's
from?
come all the way back again.
Again, he's doing a really good speed, so it's a really tricky road to overtake on, and you can see lots of cars emerging from the junctions. So again, it's not really advisable to push if you're not 100% sure that you can get around the bike and not cause an oncoming vehicle any problems and not have to cut back in front of the cyclist as well. So again, maintaining a reasonable distance from him, looking for the opportunity. Now you could say he does us a massive favour here by turning left, but I think she managed the situation well and probably would have overtook him shortly down the road anyway.
Always better, isn't it, when they turn off?
Yeah.
Was swaying around a bit as well, weren't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wasn't kind of tucked up to the left, so
I know, because I didn't
It
want to
was
overtake
tricky.
him and then sort
yeah,
of risk it.
yeah. When we get to the roundabout, turn left, first exit.
Okay.
Well spotted on the black car. They do come very quickly around that bend. So nice reaction there. And you can see the mirror checks are coming in more regularly now. I always find this when you first start a mock test, sometimes the mirrors are a little bit lacking, but then they seem to kind of remember to, you know, be on those mirrors whenever they change speed or direction. So that's really good to see. Again, this is something you have to manage yourself when you're driving on your test. You're not going to get reminded, your instructor won't point out the mirror checks that you miss. So it's important to think in your own head, have I missed a mirror check? And then you can be prepared and, you know, think about that as you go through your driving test.
Take the next road on the left. Okay, so I'd like to pull into the car park on the left via the top entrance
Yeah.
and do a forward bay park.
Okay.
Okay.
So this one here.
Yeah, this is quite a narrow entrance, so take time. I recommend gear 1 for this, just because you'll get pulled forward otherwise. And then, like I say, forward bay park into any bay of your choice down there on the right hand side, okay?
Now we're coming up on the test centre here in Chesterfield. It's important that you don't go into the test centre to practice unless you're pretty confident that nobody is in there already on their driving test. Now, as this was a later lesson, I knew that the test centre would be empty and there wouldn't be anybody conducting that actual test. So the guy on the right here is just practicing like us.
Thank you very much.
So we're okay to have a little practice.
Okay, and reverse back out and then make your way back out the car park via the lower entrance there, okay?
Lovely forward bay park there, lining up really nicely. Definitely in the lines, which is great.
Just pause for that guy because he started moving first. Just because obviously he's just reversing himself there.
Yeah.
Kind of both went at the same time, but okay, that's cool. Yeah, he's
letting us go.
He is letting you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So as I mentioned there, both of us moved at the same time. Our observations just slightly out of synchronization of them moving. Nothing you can do about that. But watch here now. As she moves away, she really needed to do another check over those blind spots, just in case that learner vehicle decided to progress down the left or right hand side. So unfortunately, she would have picked up a serious fault for this observation.
At the end of the road, turn left.
Is he?
Yeah, all those guys are bus drivers wandering up the road.
Lovely road position into the corner, tucked up nicely. Good car control and we're away. Now these mini roundabouts where the visibility to the right isn't very good, you have to always consider that there could be a vehicle approaching.
Straight on at the roundabout.
So Heidi does the right thing here. She's cautious, she's steady, and then she commits to the junction. Some good mirror checks now moving around the parked vehicles and a lovely distance as well. Managing the pedestrian well, giving that lady enough time just to get across the road there. Good work again on that reaction, Heidi.
At the next roundabout, turn right, third exit, signposted M1 Sheffield, works up.
Now you notice here we're missing some mirror checks for sure on approach to the roundabout. And the signal is very late there. So that is a driving fault. And as we come round the curve, you'll notice she cuts slightly into the inside lane. Unfortunately picking up another driving fault there. Remember, exit checks on roundabouts are really advisable. Because if you exit check, you're going to make sure that no one's snuck on the left-hand side on a spiral roundabout. So keep that in mind throughout your driving test.
Okay.
The lights changing there were fine. No problem there. She'd already committed.
Signposted Sheffield.
Okay.
Working through the roundabout confidently. That's great to see. We started building up a nice speed here, being mindful of the speed change. It goes to 70 mile an hour at the sign, which maintains a nice speed before pushing that extra amount. Great speed up the bypass. It's really important to make good progress along the bypass, build up that speed, keep the examiner happy, let him know that you're confident to drive on the fast roads.
At the next roundabout, we're going to take the second exit, signposted Cutthorpe.
Okay.
Okay. I'm aware this is obviously stepping into like the higher level of stuff, so just take your time.
Okay.
Now again, this is a mock test, but we are also slightly in instructor mode, so the little assistance is sometimes a good thing to give. Just keeps everything calm, and it's always a good opportunity to learn.
So if you do need confirmation as to whether you can go or not, feel free to say yep.
Okay.
And I'll say yep.
Okay.
You know, just for that clarification.
Yeah.
If you feel confident, though, just go.
Okay.
All right. If you can't go, I'll stop you.
Yeah.
Okay. But don't worry too much. All right.
Okay.
So Heidi does a great job here of just creeping forward, not getting too close to the vehicles in front, and just basically using that biting point to control the speed of the car. Now she presses the brake here, which is fine. The handbrake should have gone on at this point, but she switches her feet fast enough to be able to control it. So although it's not a fault, I would always advise handbrake if you've stopped fully on an incline. But as you can see, she manages it well.
Yep.
Yep.
Pushes a nice amount of power away, and we are clear on the roundabout and off on our way towards Cutthorpe.
And breathe.
It's done.
So sometimes when you've been on fast roads, it's very easy to creep over the speed limit when you come back onto the slower roads, but she's doing a great job here of maintaining the speed, keeping good all-round observations. We get a lovely smooth stop here up to the crossroad, and she makes sure that she keeps the bike section clear, which is very important. Also leaving a bit of room on the left for the bikes to progress down the left hand side.
Son doesn't know what to do, does it? Doesn't know if it wants to come out or not. Keep putting your shades down there and get back out again.
Taking them all off.
Back up to 40 nicely along here, some good progress being made, and the next section is a little bit of a country lane section, so there's lots of twists and turns on this road, things to watch out for. But seeing as we've got a little bit of peace and quiet down this road, let's ask the second show me tell me question of the test.
Okay, second question. Have I asked you one or two yet? Only one,
wasn't one. Yeah, the windows.
Cool. Second question then. How would you know if there was a problem with your anti-lock braking system?
This is the one that I always forget. Is it if the braking doesn't feel like as sharp as it should?
Okay.
So unfortunately that isn't the correct answer. I have covered the show me tell me questions in another video, so feel free to check that out, but we go over this at the end of the video. Some great work into the bend there, some nice speed and pushing through the traffic lights, through the roadworks. It is quite narrow, but she's managing that speed really nicely through here.
Right, most of this down here,
I
aren't
don't know what we're doing.
Bend is a nasty one. It's really tight, the curb sticks out on the left hand side, and if you get a larger vehicle coming the other way, this bend can be a nightmare. But again, the speed is managed well. She comes through the bend really nicely there and starts increasing that speed up onto the next couple of bends. We did talk about the speed on this road generally, Maybe a couple of times she could have pushed the speed a bit more, especially on the straight sections, but it is quite narrow and it's a 50 road, and we were hovering around the sort of 35 to 40, you know, sometimes peaking over 40-ish. So I think the examiners are pretty happy as long as you push on the straight. So we did talk about this in the debrief. The added problem with the condition of the road, as you can see on the left hand side, that it's pretty worn away. So if you get pushed over into that soft verge, it can be quite terrifying. It does kind of drag you in a little bit, which has happened to me a couple of times on lessons. So, you know, the speed seems to be reflective of the width of the road and the condition of the road. Now you'll notice here as the road does again open up, there's a slight narrowing first off into this left bend. The visibility is very poor. But as it opens up, there's a nice opportunity to get some speed in here. But there's a pigeon in the road, and Heidi slows down for the pigeon. Now we do talk about this in the debrief. It is a tricky thing to manage on the test. You don't want to plough into things, but at the same time you've got to be mindful of the vehicle behind. It doesn't cause much effect, so it's okay in this scenario. It doesn't cause much effect, but just be mindful of it on the test. Don't go ramming your brakes on when you know that the potential hazard in the when you know that the wildlife will probably scurry out the way before you get there. Now on this bend, you can see that Heidi's road position is slightly to the right. She didn't quite tuck in on the left-hand side there, but luckily the vehicle behind could get down the right-hand side. I did mark this as a minor fault, just for that road positioning when turning left. A nice push out of here up to speed, and as I've mentioned in other mock test videos, that most of the driving test is like this. You know, you get some tricky situations that you have to deal with, but a lot of the drive is pretty normal stuff that you should be used to doing on your lessons. If there's roads that you've not practiced, you know, and you come across them, then just think about the awareness and planning, looking for road signs, planning ahead, and you should be okay on pretty much every road you go on the test.
Now we are going to carry on here. I know that was where we started.
Yeah.
All right. But we are going to carry on a little bit. Just a teeny bit early. You've got about five minutes more.
Yeah, that's gone quite quick actually, like you said.
It does fly by, yeah. I just checked the timer there and it was on 24.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you think about your test at the beginning, you're going to do the show me, tell me questions, probably under the bonnet. You'll probably do one of them. So that's a good, you know, couple of minutes there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even just doing your paperwork, you know, is a couple of minutes as well.
Is that included in the time?
Yeah. So it's from when they come out of the waiting room.
Yeah.
So I reckon we're about 5 minutes off. So we might as well run back through our favourite roundabouts, haven't we, and then call it when we get down there.
Yeah.
All right. I've probably not pulled you up on the side of the road as much as they would on the test as well.
Yeah, because do they go like just pull up on the
They
left
pull up a lot
thing?
more, yeah. But we do that obviously on lessons as well. So
yeah.
I'm not particularly worried about that. When we get to the traffic lights, we're going to turn right.
Okay.
Yeah, they can pull you up to like 5 times on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lovely approach to this filter right turn. As you can see, we've got the box to push into when the green light comes on. We are able to turn if the green arrow comes on, if the light goes back to red once we've passed the line, which we have now, or as you can see, there's a gap, which Heidi takes nicely there, the white car approaching far enough away to not be concerning, We make good progress as we push off on the traffic lights. Because the road looks like the previous roads, you can see here we do creep over the speed limit, and I do have to give her a little prompt to hold that down.
Just watch your speed for me.
Very easy done along this road. It is a wide road, it does look like it should be faster, but the reason it is 30 is because of the school and lots of kids cross at the top. So I explained this to Heidi in the debrief, but unfortunately that would be marked as a serious fault.
So on the driving test, you can also get a sequence of directions to follow. So
Yeah.
we'll do that now.
Okay.
So straight on at this roundabout,
Yeah.
straight on at the next roundabout, and then left at the end of the road.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you see here it's a lovely approach, but the gears slip slightly, it doesn't quite go into gear. And I think she realises as she tries to correct it, you can see we roll slightly, a little jolt. Nothing too crazy, we do keep the car moving, so it's a minor fault there. Lovely exit check though.
So that's annoying when it does that. It basically it was
gets
not
stuck in-
quite in gear.
No.
It felt like it had gone, didn't it? But it was, could you tell a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you should always do in that situation is just double check.
Okay.
All right, you quickly reacted and sorted it,
Yeah.
but it just slowed us a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you'll be all right, but just try and identify it in the moment, like that didn't feel right, and just quickly snap it into
Okay.
gear, all right?
I hope you're enjoying this mock test run through so far. If you found any value in the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribe for future mock tests that I'll be bringing you. Let me know that I'm doing the right thing in the comments below, and I'll keep them coming. But thanks for watching. Let's get back into it.
If you forget the directions, by the way, you can ask again.
So I can't remember these ones.
Now, you'll notice here the approach speed is a little quick. This causes Heidi to come to a bit of a stop, when actually, if you'd look, she probably could have kept it moving. Sometimes coming in quick to junctions means that you pause, as opposed to keeping the vehicle moving. So she did pick up a minor fault here for undue hesitation. But again, a lovely exit check on the roundabout. Roundabout's looking really, really solid. Really tricky view, this one. Does some lovely checks and a nice push out. Well done, Heidi.
And take the next road on the right. And then I'd like you to pull up on the left after that grey car.
Okay.
On the left hand side. Get quite tight to the grey car, just so we're not near that junction on the other side.
Yeah.
So maybe take it to the next bit.
Okay.
Yeah, just so we're a bit closer. And I've took you in a bit early there, haven't I? That's it. I'll do that. Thank you very much. Okay. And relax. Okay, that's the end. Okay, so that's the end of the test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything you thought about there? Anything you noticed?
There was certain bits where I was like, oh, like the speeding.
Mm.
Was that a fail?
Yeah, little
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go through them with you now, and I'll keep this on as well, because
Yeah.
obviously this could be at the end of your video to kind of check. Yeah, it's on 31 minutes, so we're about there at that. Right, so we go in order of kind of what they happened in.
Yeah.
So obviously the bike at the beginning of the lesson,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the test, you dealt with that really well. So I kind of want to give like some feedback with good things as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
just so it's not like, all the things that you've done kind of a bit wrong.
Yeah.
So well done with the bike, because you had to deal with him twice. And
Yeah,
I do agree.
reappeared.
Yeah, I do agree that the first time, when you went was good. The second time was good as well. Like it felt like they were obviously turned off, but you didn't try and, like you say, it was a bit risky.
Yeah.
If you'd have gone, it was a bit risky. So you want to try and just be as efficient as you can with bikes. Really.
Yeah.
But,
give as much room as possible.
Yeah. And sometimes people get a bit stressed behind them, but you just take the opportunity when you think it's there.
Yeah.
And you'll be good. All right. Right. The Forward Bay Park. So the Forward Bay Park, you did well. The actual control into it, you did well.
I felt a bit wonky.
It's a bit wonky, but you were in the space.
Okay.
When we initially reversed out, you checked around really nicely.
Yeah.
Obviously, that guy over the right there probably distracted us a little bit.
Yeah.
Because what you forgot to do is when you reverse out of the space, when you're going forward again, you've got to do another full check. And you kind of miss that.
Yeah.
Because what I think sometimes people think is because they've just done it there and it's such a quiet car park, you kind of really know that there's no one there.
But you still got to do it.
You've got to think of somewhere that's busier. So don't imagine you're in that quiet car park. Think about being in like somewhere like Morrison's, or outside school when it's kicking out.
Yeah.
So that first check is good, but then you have to kind of do another check before you move again.
Yeah.
All right, because we didn't know that learner driver. He might have just decided to
bomb it down.
Yeah, you never know, do you? So that would be a serious fault.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a serious fault. So, but the whole purpose of this mock test is to let you know that that's a serious fault. Yeah. Because I don't think when people fail for things on mock tests, you tend to not do that fault again. Yeah, because I'll be more aware of it now. Exactly, it sticks in your mind, doesn't it? So, right, at the Asda roundabout. So I'm trying to look at your mirrors without this mirror up here, what I've got. Yeah. Because I've angled that away, so I'm having to physically look. Yeah. And obviously you've got your hair here, and you've got your glasses here. So I'm leaning around, I'm looking around, is she looking? Is she looking? So I think I clocked a couple of missed mirror checks. Yeah. When you're slowing down or speeding up, you tend to be good at generally when you're doing junctions, turning left and right. And I know you're checking them, but just try and be a bit more on it when changing speed. Changing speed or direction. Okay. Okay, so in a way, when the examiner says at the roundabout turn right, obviously you're going to then check your mirror. Yeah. And the signal was very late as well. Yeah. So that was part of that. I felt like doing it. I was I just need to stop before doing it, but yeah. Yeah, you got kind of into the lane, then indicated. Yeah. But as long as you don't leave the roundabout, it's a minor fault. Yeah. If you cross over the line without indicating, then it could be a serious fault. So you did it in time, but it was just late. Okay, so these are going to be marked as minor faults. Yeah. All right, and then when you came round the roundabout, you cut into the right lane. Yeah, I did feel that bit. Only a bit. But the problem is the car behind you, as you come in round into that right lane, the car behind is obviously starting to come out around us a little bit. So we just have to be careful and follow the line as you go around. And when you watch the video back, you'll see it. I know. Yeah, I saw it in the mirror. I was I don't know why I'm going over there. You just cut in a bit, that's all. So again, I think, that would probably give you a minor fault. Yeah. Okay. So lane, that's that. Okay. Whitmore roundabout then. This isn't really necessarily a fault, but just something I wanted to mention. So when you're on the roundabout and you're up into the corner, just get the handbrake on. Okay. Because you're good at managing your feet, but you there's a potential to stall because you're holding your brake and clutch. And when you come off your brake, obviously you don't want to roll backwards. Yeah. So you'll lift your clutch a bit too quick potentially. And then you'll stall and you haven't got your foot on your gas. So if you've got your handbrake on, you've got your biting point, you've got your gas, you're more likely to be like a rocket, when you set off. All right. So, but it was very good. You did a good job with it. The lanes, everything, really good on that. Thank goodness it was clear today. Well, it was actually really busy, to be fair. I think you came up to it. Many coming round. I was like, yes. Yeah, you had a good opportunity and you took it, so that was great. Yes, that was good. That's just continuation of mirrors marks, which talked about. We did the show me, tell me questions then. So I definitely messed that. You did the mirror one, the window, good. Yeah. But the ABS is that one where the warning light comes up on the dashboard. Yeah. Okay, so you were talking about the brakes, which is what it is related to. Yeah. But it isn't how the brakes feel. That's the question about the actual brakes. Yeah. This is the anti-lock braking system. Okay. Okay, so it's a little bit different, but I just sort of went, okay. You're just okay. Yeah, okay. That's definitely wrong. Did you know at that moment? Yeah. Damn it. Down the country lane then. So we were doing a decent speed.
Yeah.
We could have been a bit quicker probably on some of the straights.
Yeah.
But I know
it was a 50, wasn't it? I just felt I didn't want to like lose control.
I felt like it was pretty good mostly, but where you want to push that extra power is where you've just got that little bit more sort of visible space.
Road,
Not crazy amount more, like it just a little extra push of power, just so the examiner goes, oh yeah, cool.
Okay.
And then there was a bird in the middle of the road. Did you notice
I know, yeah.
Nobody wants to squish a bird.
No.
So I suppose the main thing is you didn't like jump on your brake. You just eased off your brake a little bit. But that bird would have probably moved if you hadn't have.
If I would have kept going.
Probably is the key word,
though,
isn't it?
I just can't kill it.
But you got to be careful because you've got vehicles behind you, and they don't know what that is in the road. They'll wonder what you're doing. So it's a tricky one with wildlife because you know we're not sadistic. We don't just drive over a bird, do we?
No.
I've got to pass my test, so just plough a bird down. You know what I mean? But obviously just in that moment, just be like, right, the bird will move. The bird will move. Okay?
If it does that, I'll just keep driving. I'll just be like.
I have told someone before that there was a pigeon in the road and I said, it'll move, don't worry, keep going. It didn't move. So it like bounced under the car and it flew off out the back. So they're pretty robust. They can deal with a lot. Road position then. So when we come to the end of that country lane and we're turning left, we come over the brow of that hill and it drops down, doesn't it? We were a bit to the right.
Okay.
We could have been a bit more tucked into the left side. We left a bit of a space on the left. What would have caused that to be a serious fault would have been if that vehicle hadn't been able to get down the right hand side. So if you'd have been positioned too far that you blocked them in, then that could have been a serious fault. So you were just enough left for them to get down there. But be careful, follow the curve. You know, it's better to get the position correct and then glance and then push. All right. So that was that. Gear selection on the first roundabout. Obviously we didn't quite get it into gear. I jumped ahead of myself. The speed limit. Oh, you know that road, don't you, as well?
It's because I know it's a 40 further down, but then
it's so easy to go over the limit because it doesn't look any different. Back there, it looks the same, doesn't it? So the reason it's 30 is because of the school, because a lot of kids will walk down that bit, cross over, and then once you get about halfway down, they normally have all crossed. So that's why it opens up into 40. So you'll remember that.
I will not do that again.
Remember that. But unfortunately, that would have been a serious fault. Okay. The only other last thing to mention then is, just because we've come back through those roundabouts, is just try and come into the roundabout a little bit slower to help with the keeping the car going.
Okay.
Because there was one where we came in and we kind of paused, even though it was clear. So we walked straight on again, but just try and, if you slow down more, you'll find that you actually move through situations
a bit smoother,
more. Yeah, because there's no point in going quick and then stopping. You may as well go a bit slower and keep moving.
Yeah.
Because that'll keep everyone behind you happy.
Yeah.
All right. So 2 serious faults.
Yep.
Yeah. A scattering of minors. Okay. So let's have 1, 2. I'm not going to give you one on there. That was more just a comment.
Yeah.
3, unfortunately for the ABS.
Yeah.
Let's say 5, 6.
Yeah.
7, 8. 8. So 8 minors.
Yeah.
8 minors is fine.
Yeah.
You're allowed.
It's 15, isn't it?
You're allowed 15. But 2 serious is obviously.
That's a big thing.
Yeah. But on things that you know you can tackle better. They weren't actually, observations and watch that speed limit. And we've been down there before and you've done it fine. So
yeah, it was more just, I think,
in the moment,
a bit distracted.
A fantastic mock test there for the first time, and we're still learning at this stage. We're still picking up on some of the little things, but a really good effort today. 2 serious faults on things that are really easily fixable, and a cluster of minor faults that could easily be brought down, ready for the big day. So well done, Heidi, and we look forward to getting to that test and cracking it. And as always, thanks for watching. If you got any value out of this video, please feel free to hit the like button. Consider a subscribe for more mock tests coming up, and hopefully these can help you get through your test as well. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.